Partially ordered set has a diagram. Definition: a non-empty set S together with a partial ordering R is called a partially ordered set or poset if and only if R is reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. Partial ordering is denoted by using this symbol, and we read this thing as precedes, that is A precedes B. Then set S together with this relation partial ordering, we call it as a poset or partially ordered set. So example, define a relation R on set A equal to set 1, 2, 3, 4 by x related to y if x divides y. Then R equal to set ordered pair 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 4 is a partial order and AR is a poset. Next example, 6.2. Let n be the set of positive integers. Consider a relation D on n is defined as x dy if and only if x divides y. Check whether ordered pair n d is a poset. So we are proving this one. So first one, we are proving that is reflexive. For every a element of n, you know a into 1 equal to a. So that is a divides a. Therefore, D is reflexive. Now we have for every a b element of n, let a related to b and b related to a. So then there exists xy element of n such that b equal to xa and a equal to yb. So we can substitute for b, that is a equal to y into xa, that is yxa, implies yx equal to 1, implies y equal to x equal to 1, implies a equal to b. So therefore a related to b and b related to a implies a equal to b. Therefore the D is antisymmetric. If a, b, c element of n, if a related to b and b related to c, then there exists xy element of n such that b equal to xa, c equal to yb. Therefore c equal to y into x into a for xy element of n. So that is a divides c, a divides b and b divides c implies a equal to c. Here relation is divides. Therefore D is transitive. Therefore ND is a poset. Now we are going to study the Hasse diagram. A partial ordering precedes on a set P can be represented by means of a diagram known as Hasse diagram of the poset P with the precedes. In such a diagram, each element is represented by a circle or a dot. So example, set P equal to 1, 2, 4, 8 and relation is less than or equal to. Then the Hasse diagram is as shown below. So 1 is coming at the bottom and 1 is less than or equal to 2 and 2 is less than or equal to 4 and 4 is less than or equal to 8. So you are getting a straight line. Okay. So definition next one, if AR is a poset, A is totally ordered or linear order if for all xy element of A, either x related to y or y related to x. Next we have maximal and minimal elements. If AR is a poset, then an element x element of A is called a maximal element of A if for all A element of capital A not equal to x implies x not related to A. An element y element of A is called a minimal element of A if whenever B element of A B not equal to y implies B not related to y. In other words, x is called a maximal element if for each A element of A x related to A implies x equal to A, and y is called a minimal element if for each B element of A y related to b implies b equal to y. So next we have example 6.4. Let u equal to set 1, 2, 3 and a equal to p of u. That is the power set of u. So first one, let R be the subset relation on A. Then U is maximal and phi is minimal for the poset A subset of. For B, the collection of proper subsets of set 1, 2, 3, let R be the subset relation on B. In the poset B subset, the sets set 1, 2, set 1, 3 and set 2, 3 are all maximal elements. Phi is still the only minimal element. Greatest element and least element. If AR is a poset, then an element X element of A is called a least element if X related to A for all A element of A. Element Y element of A is called a greatest element if A related to Y for all A element of A. Example, let U be equal to set 1, 2, 3 and let R be the subset relation. First one, with A equal to power set of U, the poset A subset of has phi as a least element and U as a greatest element. Now we have upper bound and lower bound. Let AR be a poset with B subset of A. An element X element of A is called a lower bound of B if X related to B for all B element of capital B. Likewise, an element Y element of A is called an upper bound of B if B related to Y for all B element of capital B. An element X dash element of A is called the greatest lower bound or GLB of B if it is a lower bound of B and if for all other lower bounds X of B we have X double dash related to X dash. Similarly, Y dash element of A is the least upper bound LUB of B if it is an upper bound of B and if Y dash related to Y double dash for all other upper bounds Y double dash of B. Now we have an example. So example 6.6, consider the subsets set 2, 3, 4, 6, 3, 6 in the poset 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with relation divides. Find for each subset if it exists. First one, upper bound and lower bound. Upper bound and lower bound. B, greatest lower bound, that is GLB, and least upper bound, that is our LUB. Solution for set 2, 3, upper bound equal to 6 and lower bound equal to 1. GLB equal to GCD of 2, 3 equal to 1. LUB equal to LCM of 2, 3 equal to 6. For set 4, 6, upper bound equal to no upper bound and lower bound equal to 2, 1. GLB equal to GCD of 4, 6 equal to 2. LUB is not there. Next we are considering the set 3, 6. Upper bound equal to 6 and lower bound equal to 3, 1. GLB equal to GCD of 3, 6, that's equal to 3. LUB equal to LCM of 3, 6 equal to 6. Equivalence relations and partitions equivalence class. Suppose R is an equivalence relation on a set S. For each A in S, let A, so we are denoting in a square bracket, denote the set of elements of S to which A is related under R. That is, equivalence class of A is equal to set X such that A X element of R, that is A is related to X. We call it as equivalence class of A in S. Definition, given a set A and index set I, let phi not equal to AI union subset of A for each I element of I, then set AI is a partition of A if first one A equal to union of AI, second one AI intersection AJ equal to phi for all IJ element of I where I not equal to J. Each subset AI is called a cell or block of partition. Next we have example A equal to 1, 2, 3, 10. Then each of the following determines a partition of A. So A1 equal to set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and A2 6 7 8 9 10 A. Next we have B, A1 equal to set 1 2 3, A2 equal to 4 6 7 9, A3 equal to set 5 8 10. AI equal to set I plus 5, 1 less than or equal to I less than or equal to 5. Theorem. Let R be an equivalence relation defined on a set A and the equivalence class of A is denoted as equivalence class of A equal to set of X such that X A element of R, X element of A. Prove that first one A element of equivalence class of A, second one A element of equivalence class of B if and only if equivalence class of A equal to equivalence class of B, where B element of capital A. Third one equivalence class of A intersection equivalence class of B equal to 5, then prove that equivalence class of A not equal to equivalence class of B. So we have gone to the proof. The first we have the relation R is reflexive. We have for every A element of A is related to A. Therefore A is an element of equivalence class of A. Second, we have A element of equivalence class of B. So that implies A is related to B. Let X element of equivalence class of A implies X related to A. Now X related to A and A related to B implies X related to B, since R is transiting. Therefore, equivalence class of A is subset of equivalence class of B. Similarly, let X element of equivalence class of B implies X related to B. A related to B implies B related to A. Therefore, X related to B and B related to A implies X related to A. Therefore, B is subset of the equivalence class of B, subset of equivalence class of A. So, from the previous one, equivalence class of A is subset of equivalence class of B. So, together you can write the equivalence class of A equal to equivalence class of B. Conversely, if equivalence class of A equal to equivalence class of B, from 1, A element of equivalence class of A implies A element of equivalence class of B. Third one, let us consider the case when equivalence class of A intersection equivalence class of B not equal to 5. That is, there exists at least one element in X element of A such that X element of equivalence class of A intersection equivalence class of B implies X element of equivalence class of A and X element of equivalence class of B implies X related to A and X related to B implies A related to X and X related to B implies A related to B implies A element of equivalence class of B. From 2, if A element of equivalence class of B, if and only if equivalence class of A equal to equivalence class of B.